Everyone, it's Garrison here, and today I just really wanted to share and express all my thoughts and pour out all my feelings across the several hours ever since IST released their letter regarding Shin Jiyoon's leave from Weekly as a member and activities as a whole. I know many of us fellow dailies are disheartened by this as much as well as the people in general who gravitated to Jiyoon's talents that she showcased and even her bright personality that is so infectious. But first of all, I want to go out by saying thank you so much, Jiyoon, for literally everything, for being a lovely member of Weekly. Some of us may know her as even a singer-songwriter, producer, and maybe even a rapper. But also, we most importantly know her as a huge mood lifter within Weekly. She has a brilliant sense of humor, and I really hope all the best to her and her future. And as someone who's been dealing with anxiety and varying levels of stress, admittedly, and still to this day going through it, my heart truly goes out to Jiyoon, uh, who's been dealing with it. Uh, it hurts me to know that some of her opportunities are gone now because of what she's been going through mentally, and I'm sure sometimes transpiring into physically. But I want to hone in and say some because I feel like she still has bright future ahead of herself, and at least there is some relief knowing. Actually, I'm gonna bring it up right here. The official letter, knowing that she has been in talks with her family and her medical experts, and that health is the top priority up there, number one priority for Jiyoon. I feel like that's very, very important at the end of the day. And one of my wishes in life is that more of society truly takes the time and steps back and really think about mental health truly as a whole. Um, Not just within the K-pop scene, but globally. I still feel like there's not a lot of. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to make sentences here. Not a lot of systems in place, not a lot, to help many of us mentally, and proper treatment in many cases. I've said this to others. I kept saying I wish, of course, we have tools, physical tools to help us recover physically, whether we break a leg or something like that. But we do not have those physical tools yet, or simple treatments to fix things all at once like that. I wish that was the case. But staying more on the topic of this, if we look upon this and how IST has let us know, I'm sure Jiyoon, right? Her family, medical experts, really considered to take the time to release this. I feel like it's difficult to disclose this information as a whole, but I got to give it to them and IST for doing so, because a lot of times when we hear a hiatus and such, or a departure during unfortunate times, we don't get the full transparency that we want, and some things are just left up in the air. But also, in some cases, unfortunately, that I hear from people that are working in this industry, that's hiatus doesn't necessarily mean connecting with a medical expert or doctor to help you out. Sometimes it means just simply resting at home. So this is a huge relief, in my humblest opinion, that she's been getting medical help and treatment. Like it's been, if I recall correctly, shown in the previous notices when she went on breaks during Weekly's activities and comebacks and such. And my hope is that she somehow is involved in the scene, though. And what I mean by that is, I feel like a good example of that is Sungyeon of Pristin. Some may know her as Shannon Bae, Shannon, who's took part in writing and composing songs for the likes of Kepler, From His Nine, and based on what we've seen from Jiyoon and heard from her, I feel like she can slowly but surely take her time, all the time she needs, truly, but can somehow hone in and find the time to do what she loves doing still. And part of that, from what we see, is songwriting and producing. I feel like before I talk about these songs and bring up some great memories that we've been through together on the channel and with Weekly as a daily and such, Weekly FD, I feel like, puts this out really well. Weekly FD tweets here: as this news came so suddenly, I haven't had the time to properly accept the fact that it had to conclude like this. I'm sure many dailies feel the same way too. Please don't let this affect yourself too much. That's probably the last thing Jiyoon wants. Take care, everyone. For me, myself, last night, I literally bawled my eyes out. I had to let everything out, and at this point, I'm thinking very positively for Jiyoon, and I feel like you guys should be too, and hoping nothing but the best, right? And we truly need to ignore the weird people that are coming out and talking nonsense during this moment of news and such. And yeah, shout out to Weekly FD for this huge part of the community. As some may know, translations, subtitling and such. But let's go through the relay of songs that Shin Jiyoon has been a part of and such. I remember the good old days back on June of 2020 when Weekly debuted with Tag Me. Some may know, this is one of my favorite shirts that I made for myself, the Tag Me era there. And of course, Shin Jiyoon has been part of Weekly Day on the writing and the composing side with Marco, and at the same time put out one of my all-time favorite B-sides from Weeekly themselves, which is Reality. And we know her spectacular tracks with Blue Rhythm, of course, right? Not only solely writing this, but being part of a lot of this composing and arranging even, which is huge. And I remember, actually, I hope Charlotte Wilson doesn't mind me talking about our conversation. Is my first conversation, and even in my second conversation with her over Zoom, we talked about artists, true artists, coming out and showing their creative freedom, and that's with the likes of Kang Daniel and Wonho, and but it's always brilliant to see a member of an idol group come through and compose and write music and produce and do a lot of this and be hands-on with it, and those are the key words. And I remember she told me that I've listened to Jiyoon's tracks before. They're wicked, quote unquote, if I recall correctly, and I'm sure of it. Like, she is, to this date, from what we know of, like 102 songs. Like, wow. For someone for her age, her to have that many songs and the draft and stuff that can be bound to be put out and let out like that is spectacular, right? And that's why I said earlier, it'd be phenomenal if we see her continue to put out more music one way or the other. I'm not gonna get too much details of, you know, what, but yeah, Reality, one of my favorites. My Earth, most importantly, a song that truly grew on me, and I love the meaning behind this song so much. Of course, with Blue Rhythm on the composing side and lyrically by herself, and as some of you may know, My Earth truly provides that awareness and sheds light on the environment today, and that we got to realize, right? The Earth is here to provide for us, and we should treat it better than what we are treating it today. And you don't get much songs like this talking about the environment. Obviously, you don't get songs about politics and stuff like that, and I feel like the environment is hard to tackle, and she did it brilliantly. As someone who's been through business school that involves sustainability and the environment, this was a meaningful release for me personally. And then we move on to their song Weekly, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where she's been on the written portion, you know what I'm saying, right? And what a song. And then even the likes of Lucky, that grew on me so quickly in terms of being the favorite B-side on the album, hand in hand with Blue Rhythm again. It would be great if we see them working together again somehow in the future, I'm just saying. And then to even Boom, I'm sure some of you may not know this, but for this brilliant OST that is so fun with it, Boom Chicky, as much as the MV is for it, Jiyoon was on the written portion for the My Dream Is Ryan OST, Boom Chicky, which was huge in my humblest opinion. And actually want to switch scenes here and just share and talk about my favorite moments on the channel here with y'all. I think it has to be the We Clear reality show days, to my first time in my life, probably one of my top favorite series, coming from the the K Originals channel, if I recall correctly. But even before that, the Stage Break covers, I should say, that came through from Weekly and Jiyoon. And especially, I feel like what's super memorable for me is that episode 1 of that Davichi collaboration reality show. Just them choosing their rooms, determining their rooms was so fun. It was so fun to watch, yet hilarious at times. And actually want to also talk about another thing that Shin Jiyoon is great on, is being an artist in terms of, right, designing, right? We have the We Play third mini album here, and I even have her sticker on my microphone. And just the design of this is so cool. Yeah, it's that bear right there that is on my microphone. But yeah, I'm gonna truly remember her for this design for a very, very long time. And then back on the We Are era, tag me. One of my favorite photo cards that I have in my collection is this Pobe. Has to be this one with the finger heart and all. Yeah, all in all, yeah, this Make Star one, yeah. It's one of my favorite photo cards from her, of her, I should say. And yeah, I really wanted to come out today and talk about the positive things moving on forward, and that Jiyoon will always be a member of Weekly in my heart, as I'm sure as well as you guys as well, fellow dailies. And that we have to be relieved knowing that Jiyoon is receiving help, and that I feel like we should look forward into hoping that everything gets better from her mentally, and all into possibly, right, continuing what she truly loves. And you could see that true passion within her eyes, and her personality that she puts out forward and exudes throughout the variety content that we've seen from Weekly as a whole. But yeah, guys, today it was also hard for me to put words together to make sentences, and I usually don't do these kind of videos, but I felt like I really need to get this off my chest. And it's important to express our feelings in life and not hold things back. So if you guys want to, like, talk to me in the comments quite briefly, or I'm even on Instagram and Twitter, feel free to reach out. And just in light of this, I know I talked about the Davichi reality show episode 1. I will be trying to release that on the channel here, my reactions. It's on Patreon right now, so I'm going to try to release it for free on the channel for y'all. It's going to be hard for me to watch We Emergency, as some of you may know. I'm keeping up with that right now. I'm going to have to watch episode 3 next, that I haven't watched yet. But if not, if I can't put out the Davichi episodes on the channel here, I'll try to just make it public on Patreon and link you guys in the pinned comment down below this video, or update you guys somehow. But all in all, thank you so much for all the support, fellow dailies, and just general fans of K-pop. I remember even the Fact and Star days back on the debut days of Weekly. There's just so many great memories that I made with you guys and with Jiyoon and Weekly as a whole, and I will never forget those memories. I will cherish those memories no matter what direction this channel takes or concludes. But take care, guys, as always. Have a great day. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon wherever you are. This has been Garrison as always, and stay tuned for the next weekly video or anything weekly related that I would like to do. And peace.